Hello you guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we are once again going to be talking about Orsted. I have made a video on this stock before. I will link it down in the description. This time I will use my new favorite website, Simply Wall Street, who are analyzing all kinds of stocks. So I will be using them to give you more of an objective look at this stock. Last video I talked more about what I thought about the stock, read up some things from the Wikipedia, talked about what the stock was all about. But so if you're interested in that, you can go and check that video out down in the description. Yeah, and I will just get started with this review. Let's read the exclusive summary right here. Orsted, together with its subsidiaries, develops and constructs, owns and operates offshore and onshore wind farms, solar farms and energy storage facilities and bioenergy plants. Alright, so let's take a look at the rewards now. Earnings are forecast to grow with 0.26% per year. Apparently that is good. Earnings grew by 129.6% over the past year. This also, when we're just going to look at the graph here in a minute, you can see that this stock has had a great 2020. Now heading down here to the risk analysis, high level of non-cash earnings, unstable dividends track record. And here are some similar companies if you want to check them out. Share price and news. How has Orsted's share price performed over time, and what have caused price changes? So here you can go through. I will link this website down in the description so you can go and play around with this yourself. You can see and click on these different financial updates and stuff, and you can see what caused them to grow and what caused them to fall in price. Okay. Stable share price. Orsted is not significantly more volatile than the rest of Danish stocks over the past 3 months, typically moving 6% a week. Volatility over time. Orsted's weekly volatility has been stable over the past year. And market performance. So you can see here the DK market has been going down, and Orsted has been going down with it. And yeah, all right. Year return 32.4%, and the Danish market, which returned 18.4% this year. Return versus industry, yeah, it exceeded the electric utilities industry, which returned negative 0.6% over the past year, apparently. Which is kind of weird, but return on market, and it also exceeded the 18.4%. Of course, you can see that. And now shareholders returns. We're just going to include dividends right there, and you can see what you have to see, and also long-term price volatility, versus market. How volatile is Orsted's share price compared to the market and industry in the past 5 years? So as you can see, this is the Danish market right here in the middle. The industry, which is DK electric utilities volatility over the past year, and that is down here, so that is in the low end, and Orsted is even lower. So that just means that this stock should not, according to these estimates made by Simply Wall Street, they think that this stock is not very volatile. But I can tell you that this thing right here, it going down like so much in price. That is kind of a weird thing. I will include down in the description if you are wondering why this is happening and that is holding you back from buying into this stock. I will include some links in the description where you can kind of check out why this stock is falling right now. And I can tell you some banks are setting down their expectations for the stock price, and I think it was Deutsche Bank has like said that the stock is underperforming or something, and that has caused that is at least some of the reason that this stock is going down right now. And I can also say that quarantine has caused it to go down, because of course countries and people buying these power plants and windmills and solar farms from them, of course their budget is significantly lower now with the quarantine and everything going on. Alright, for the valuation, is Orsted undervalued compared to its fair price relative to the market? Yeah, here you can see the price to earnings ratio. This stock is apparently, according to these people, these analysts sitting here and making these valuations and stuff, they think that this stock is 200% overvalued. Right now, the current price about 1,000 kroners. They think the fair value is all the way down at 332 kroners. That but doesn't mean this stock can still go up, and I believe in it. I have some shares, a good bit of shares in this company as well, and I believe in this stock because as you can see with Tesla and basically all things, all stocks in the green industry, they are going up right now. And it's not like these it's not like this company is only green. They have a big plants where they're just generating electricity with burning wood and the wood chisel things that you cut wood into, and then you small bits of wood. They are fine with that, and making heat and energy. So they are of course trying to move away from that and go and take a more sustainable route with all of these wind and solar farms and stuff that they're building. So it's it says that it's trading significantly above their Simply Wall Street's estimates of its fair value. Now, price to earnings ratio, PE versus industry. The PE ratio, of course. Orsted is poor value based on its PE ratio compared to the XE electric utilities industry average. And Orsted is poor value based on its PE ratio compared to the Danish market. So basically, it's bad compared to the Danish and the market that it's in, and it's poor value based on the PEG ratio, which is the price to earnings growth ratio. What about the price to book ratio right here? Orsted is overvalued based on its PB ratio compared to the electric utilities industry. All right, Orsted. How is Orsted forecast to perform in the next 1 to 3 years based on our estimates from 3 analysts? Forecast annual growth. They think that it is 0.3% annual growth, which gives something to think about. That is not a lot. They think it's going to go down by a lot here in 2020 and then slowly begin to go up here. So I don't know what I think about that. Revenue. Of course it's going to go down this year because of corona and quarantine and stuff, but they think that they can recover here by the end of 2021. Okay, earnings versus savings rate. Orsted's forecast earnings growth is above the savings rate. All right. Orsted's earnings are forecast to grow slower than the Danish market. Orsted's earnings are forecast to grow, but not significantly, and we consider significantly more than 20%. Revenue versus market. Orsted's revenue is forecast to grow faster than the Danish market. All right, with 6.8% a year. High growth revenue. Orsted's revenue is forecast to grow slower than 20% per year. So yeah. And future return on equity, future ROI, future ROE. Orsted's return on equity is forecast to be low in 3 years' time. All right. Past performance. How has Orsted performed the past 5 years? An 18.1 historical annual growth, which is good. Quality earnings. Orsted has a high level of non-cash earnings. Any reported earnings which aren't backed up by cash, which the company has received. All right. And growing profit margin. Orsted's current profit margin are higher than last year. Past earnings growth analysis. So you can see the company right there, and the company the past 5 years, of course, and the company this year, which has grown 130%. Earnings trend. Orsted's earnings have grown by 18.1%. Per year over the past 5 years. So of course that is good. Orsted's earnings growth over the past 5 years exceeded its 5 year average. Earnings versus industry. Orsted's earnings growth over the past year exceeded blah blah blah. Return on equity, high ROE. Orsted's ROE, return on equity, is considered low, and ROE is a profitability measure which show how effectively a company's management team has used its shareholders' money to generate profits. And I bet that this is bad and low because of this year they have grown so much because people have been throwing their money over on the sustainable and stuff like that, sustainability, and now they don't really know what to do with all this money. So that is my bet on why that is low. And how is Orsted's financial position? So short term and long term. Boom. All right. They check a lot right there. So they are well covered. They have reducing debt, and they have a nice debt level, and they all good right here. Nice. And a balance sheet if you are interested in that. Dividend. What is Orsted's current dividend yield? Is it reliable and sustainable? 1.13% current dividend yield. Upcoming dividend payment. Buy in the next 8 days to receive the upcoming dividend. All right. Yeah. So it's the March 2nd where the dividends is going to be received, so that's not a long time to that. And notable dividend. Orsted's dividend is higher than the bottom 25% of dividend payers in the Danish market. Orsted's dividend is low compared to the top 25% of dividend payers in the Danish market. Sustainability and growth of payments, which doesn't look too good, honestly. Current payout to shareholders, dividend coverage, which is reasonably low. Payout ratio, 31.9%. Orsted's dividend payments are well covered by earnings. All right, good thing. Future dividend coverage. Orsted's dividends is in 3 years are forecast to be covered by earnings. Payout ratio. Management. How experienced are the management team, and are they aligned to the shareholders' interests? Alright, they are average. Yeah, that is Mads Nipper, which is the CEO of this company. He is 54 years old, and he is apparently quite experienced, which you can see here. Orsted's management team is seasoned and experienced. Yeah, which means that they have 5 years of experience, basically, or more. Orsted's board of directors, a team of people elected by the company's shareholders who supervise the management team and ensure the company is acting in its shareholders' best interests, are considered experienced, which I suppose is more than 3 years time. Who are the major shareholders and have insiders been buying or selling? Not a lot has happened right there. Not a lot of data, not any data actually, which means that of course nothing is shown right here. That is pretty much it for this video. So go check out my other video where I show my opinions. I talk about the future of the company. I read up some more and I talk about why this company could potentially go to the moon in the next decade or so. And that was it for today, guys. I hope you learned some more about Orsted, and I hope that you will now smash the like button and the subscribe button as well, and comment some ideas for stocks that you want me to review down in the comments, or other video ideas. I'm always open, and I'll try my best to make your wish into a video. And that was pretty much it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.